it's tough because the way it works, and it's common sense and it makes sense the way it works. I'm not bashing the factories for only making changes every 3 to 4 years. There's a purchasing agent for all the major brands. Some of the time there's one purchasing agent for like 10 brands. And they go out and they massive order a certain amount of cabinets, certain amount of chassis, certain amount of sidewalls, certain amount of appliances and solar panels and so forth. And so the distributor lays out a 2 or 3 year plan to be able to get the materials to the factory. So when you don't make changes every year, that's not the way manufacturing would work on the RV side, because otherwise there would be no consistency in the quality. Now, not to say that RVs are all great quality. No, of course not. There's bad eggs. I mean, they're built by hand. We all know the horror stories that we've heard from the people that have had bad experiences. But when you have consistency on what product you're using, what kind of cabinets, what kind of appliances, and you do that for like a 3 year period or 4 year period, you get better quality units going over the curb out to the dealer. What it does once it gets to the dealer, once it's gone through its earthquake on wheels period, that's a different story. Oh man, okay. So they fed you a bunch of bull crap. They fed you a bunch of baloney on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. They told you, we're going to make all these changes. We're making all these changes. We're going to reinvent the RV business, is what the majority of the brands told you. And it wasn't just Forest River, it just wasn't Thor or Keystone or any of those. It was Grand Design, it was Winnebago. Every one of them was guilty of this. And there are some changes, don't get me wrong, some really pathetically bad ones. But for the most part, it's the status quo. So the 2023s and the 2024s, for the most part, are going to be identical. They are identical. I've proven it with RPod. I've proven it with Surveyor. I've proven it with Georgetown Motorhomes. I've proven it with Grand Design Imagine. I've proven it with Grand Design Transcend. I've proven it with Keystone Cougar and Keystone Montana. I have so many videos that I've released or am releasing on my regular channel exposing that they are the same. So here's what they really did, guys. What they did was they took something like the Springdale 1800 BH or the 175 BH of Forest River. So let's be even here. They stripped off the solar panel, stripped out the inverter, put smaller tires, put a smaller awning, put a side-mounted air conditioner, took out the furnace and put some silly fireplace. They decontented the unit so bad that dealerships in this market are having a tough time moving them, even though they are cheaper priced. Because people who are Gen Z, Gen X, baby boomers, millennials, you are not idiots. A lot of you are getting to the point where it's like, we need Wi-Fi, because a lot of you can remote work. A lot of you can go on vacation for a week, go to a campground, go decompress, but you still need to answer email. You still need to answer, your boss's calls. You need things to keep life going. And when you strip all this crap out of a travel trailer, because we're we're making changes. We're gonna take everything out so that way it's less expensive. Most people want that stuff. Most people, the majority of the RV business, wants some kind of solar, wants some kind of nice battery system, wants a roof-mounted air conditioner so that way when they go into 85 to 105 degree temperature, you can cool it down. By the way, a lot of people like to fall and winter camp. When you take a furnace out of a travel trailer, you screw them from being able to do winter camping. Well, it was cheaper to put the electric fireplace in there. Okay. How many people are going to be able to run a generator or be plugged in at a campsite? Not a lot. A lot of people dry camp. A lot of people off-grid camp. So you've taken away the affordable options from these people. The only reason why, and I want you to hear me very closely, if you're Pete Legal, you're Bob Martin, I don't care who you are, if you're a rep or if you're anybody who's decontented these little tiny travel trailers, I want you to know the only people buying these rigs are the ones that have bad credit. A good credit person who can buy whatever the heck they want is going to look at those trailers and go, are you stupid? Are you stupid? That's what they're going to ask salespeople. That's what they're going to ask dealerships.